Hi guys, this is Starcraft and we're back for the next game in the fight between Terra and Com. This is part of ASL S19, Prelims Day 2, and group number 11 has its name called. This is not the final, this is just in the quarterfinal, but this game is very interesting, so I'm going to be witnessing it today. First game went to Com, second game went to Terra. This third set is played on the map Deja Vu. These guys are located very close, they're on a similar side of each other. The bottom right, we're going to be having Terra's got his money pool completed. I think similar build, almost identical builds for these players, and we're going to be having 6 Zerlings coming out from both of the players here. The Overlords do not yet scout each other, but it looks like Terra's got a slight scouting advantage. Looks like Com's going to be going for Zerling with speed. His enemy go for Zerling with speed as well. So identical builds between these two players. And now the Overlords going to be meeting each other in the middle. So now exactly they would know where the other guy's located. But the Overlord from Terra is going to arrive at the enemy's base a lot sooner. Looks like Zerling's going to start to go out, and they're not turning around, but these are heading towards the other guy's base. It looks like Terra's going to try to hold out here a bit here, maybe wait for reinforcement, because during this early stage of the game, you know the enemy is making a lot of Zerlings. So if you allow the battle to happen a little bit closer towards your main, you will have just faster reinforcement lines. Looks like massive Zerlings coming from both of these players, and Kam has seen the enemy's lines. He's gonna pull back. He's got fewer Zerlings. He's got about 5 or 6. His enemy's got about 8, and more Zerlings coming from both sides here. These guys are just pumping Zerlings non-stop, but we do have Spire coming down from counter. It looks like Terra is not taking out Spire, because if he is using Lair, because if Terra takes Lair, the current commentary will show to us that the Lair's been taken now. The battle's coming through. It looks like Kam's got maybe 1 or 2 Zerlings more, not much, and Terra's gonna push his enemy back onto the ramp here. He's gonna try to surround. His Zerlings are slightly faster. He's gonna try to defeat and surround and just completely eat those Zerlings alive. Just roasting Zerlings alive. Zerlings cannibalizing on Zerlings here. In the last minute, he's gonna penetrate this area, and maybe it's just enough for Kam to hold here. Looks like at the last minute they're just enough to hold. I don't know, speed coming from both sides, but it looks like Kam gets pushed back once again, just like the first game. He could not hold the ramp, and now he's got 3 Zerlings. His enemy's got 4 plus 2. That's gonna be equal to 6 here, and he needs to wait for more Zerlings to come out. But his micro is a lot worse. Terra comes through, and these drones are forced to come out the line here. You need to actually, you don't use all of the drones. I think just 3 drones is enough, not 4, because you've got about equal number of Zerlings compared to your enemies, so just use that amount of drones and not more. But anyways, there's going to be a small micro mistake from both of these players now. The drones have started to come out, and Zerling's going to get trapped in the area, but not much damage from the drones, and Terra pulls the Zerlings back, but he's lost all of his Zerlings now. He's got about 4 Zerlings remaining. He's going to have come down the ramp, and it's going to be Kam's turn to come out of the ramp, but Terra's holding this area. Very nice micro battles between these 2 players. One is a comedian, the other one is a clam, but they're both very funny to watch. I'm going to be having a nice attack now, and yeah, looks like Terra wants to get on the high ground once again. This is not a bad idea, but what is the plan behind this? I mean, he's going to try to wall himself up, and maybe to use his money to go for more mutas. I mean, the timing of mutas should be just almost identical for these players. So it's all about who traded better during that previous time. There was a leak in the floor there, on the floor, and one of the Zerlings from Kam was about to get out, but everything is looking okay for the world now. So it's about 440. The other side is about the same timing, exactly the same timing between these 2 players. And I mean, there's nothing to separate these 2 players except for the APM. The comedian, Terra's APM is around 270, and the Clam's APM is around 340. So that is the only difference here. Now it looks like Clam's going to decide to come down the ramp, but Terra's stop that. He's trying to get up the ramp, and I think it's going to be just the hold out here. The moment you actually move to that area, the conclave doesn't work, in your favor. But it looks like the last minute Kam's will get penetrated once again. He's gone penetrated several times during this series. There's going to be some nice attack. The last Zerlings have fallen. There's going to be an overlord. Drone's going to fall very quickly. These drones are not being used in a good purpose. 1 drone's fall back. Very nice. There's going to be Zerlings surrounding from the back. How many drones would fall? 1 drone down, 2 drone down. He's 2 drone down, and Terra's up a drone Terra's up 2 with 2 drones, guys. And with that, we do have the first mutas to come out. And these mutas have been rallied incorrectly. Overlord's going to get sniped. Maybe, that's going to be Terra's own overlords. I think Terra's got 3 mutas. And Kam's got 2 possibly. I don't know. These Zerlings gonna try to go for the counter attack, but he immediately gets spotted by the muta, gonna get destroyed in the area. They cannot one-shot the Zerlings just yet, so there's going to be some small overlords getting sniped here, but 2 Zerlings damage from Kam is going to penetrate to Terra's main here. Let's see, they're going to be able to do some damage or not. This overlord's going to fall. Both the players, overlord's going to be falling. These 2 Zerlings are going to just, take their leave now. The game will go on from here. Nice battles, nice attacks, and we're going to be having, just non-stop mutas, and now the muta war has commenced. Terrace is slightly ahead. He's got 21 supply compared to 19, but he's been supply blocked. He did not plan his overload production correctly for a couple of seconds there. He is still supply blocked. That is the longest supply block ever in ZvZ. And his overload need to come out now. As you can see now, Terrace got his supply coming up, and so does his enemy. So the game is gonna just completely go from both. These guys are going on one base now, but it's gonna be slightly more advantageous, I think, for what's gonna say? If the two players go for 2 hatcheries, who would be more advantageous? I think with the way it works, yeah, I think Kam's gonna have an advantage because his main is protected by his expansion. He can just, park his mutualist at his expansion, and that will cover most of the, entrance. But whereas for Terra, he need to cover 2 different entrances because the mutualist can actually find 2 different angles and attack different bases. And scouting will be key here. We're gonna be having 4 scourges, and there's only 8 mutualists. Those are scourges, but they are late. They are late. The battle's already commenced. The battle starts now. The scourge is gonna try to chase those units around, and that single mutualist is gonna have to attack. They start to attack. I think some of the scourges have landed, but not all. Terra's doing some nice shots, and Kam's gonna get pushed back. Kam's is kind of damaged as well with his mutualist, but now we're gonna have some hits and nice engagement from the side. We need to have scourges coming from the north side. I think that I see some scourges joining the fray here. 1 mutualist, 1 scourge, 1 pair of scourges. It looks like Terra is not making any scourges in DHK. What does that mean? Did he type GT or something else? But anyways, the game has ended. Thanks for watching. If you like this guy, we do have a couple of next video. Bye bye.